We meet at a critical juncture in human history, a time that calls for decisive action to build global peace and prosperity. Our collective responsibility is clear. No individual anywhere in the world should suffer the indignity of lacking food, shelter, or basic necessities. 8 millions do. Addressing this requires robust investments in agriculture production and sustainable resource management. Today, our planet is home to 8 billion people. The global fertility rate stands at 2.2, and 10% of the population is aged 65 or older. In some regions, such as East Asia, Europe, and Northern America, this figure extends 20%. The rise in life expectancy should not be viewed as a fault, but celebrated as a remarkable achievement, an outcome of policies aimed at ensuring healthier, longer lives. Therefore, in my opinion, aging individuals should never be regarded as a burden. Rather, they represent a natural and anticipated consequences of social progress. The global fertility rate is not at an alarming level. However, overly cautious young couples are increasingly opting to limited births unnecessarily. A few decades ago, the policy of "we two, ours too" was widely advocated. Even in today's context, this approach should play a constructive role in sharing balanced and sustainable population policies. Ladies and gentlemen, these demographic transformations are profoundly reshaping the future of our societies, calling for innovative strategies and forward-thinking policies and address the emerging challenges and opportunities. Despite the remarkable progress of human civilization, deep divides persist: economic, social, and geographic, continuing to marginalize millions. These gaps fuel inequality and conflict. To grow and prosper as a global community, we must focus on uplifting the most vulnerable among us. Migration and defining trend of our era reflects the search for opportunity and hope. Yet, its management remains a pressing challenge. It demands a coordinated, human, and sustainable approach, underscoring the necessity of global collaboration. This conference is uniquely positioned to address these critical issues. At a time when fertility rates are declining and populations are aging, especially in Asia, we must explore the implications for our economies, societies, and welfare systems. The aging population in countries like Japan, where 1/3 of citizens are over 65, or Nepal, where 1 in 10 is aged 60 or above, highlights the urgency of adapting our policies. Nepal itself is experiencing profound demographic shifts. A skewed gender ratio at birth with 112 males for every 100 females, and the uneven population distribution, 54% residing in the plains, while only 6% remains in the mountains, present challenges that demand immediate attention. The population density further highlights these disparities, with just 34 people per square kilometer in the mountains compared to 192 in the hills. As a result, the mountains and hills have become a paradise for wildlife, while the plains bear the burden of overpopulation. This necessitates the adoption of equitable and inclusive development policies to encourage individuals to remain in their places of birth. It is essential to ensure the availability of daily necessities. Moreover, we must not overlook the intricate correlation between development and population density, as it plays a pivotal role in shaping sustainable growth. I am confident that this forum will offer valuable insights to help us address the disparities. This conference also makes a significant milestone as we approach the 30th anniversary of the International Conference on Population and Development held in 1994. The principles established at the ICPD, prioritizing human rights, focusing on people, recognizing the links between population and development, addressing gender-based violences, and ensuring access to reproductive health care are as relevant today as ever. They urge us to persist in advocating for sustainable population and development policies that uphold these enduring values. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, the vulnerabilities of our societies have been starkly revealed. This moment calls for reflection and renewed action to integrate population issues into broader social, economic, and political strategies. Similarly, the looming threat of climate change demands urgent global cooperation to ensure we leave a healthy planet for future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, I firmly believe this conference presents an invaluable platform for governments, academics, and development partners to reassess progress, exchange experiences, and strategies for the future. It is only through collective efforts that we can institutionalize solutions within our governance system, ensuring sustainable and long-term impact. For us, achieving the Sustainable Development Goals is synonymous with realizing our national aspiration, prosperous Nepal, happy Nepali. We envision prosperity as inclusive economic growth built on the foundation of equity. This means creating a level playing field for all, ensuring equitable access to quality education and healthcare as fundamental rights, strengthening social safety nets, and empowering marginalized communities. For Nepal, the happiness of our people is the ultimate measure for democratic success. To us, happiness represents human development and well-being rooted in shared prosperity. It is reflected in access to justice, protection of human rights, and economic opportunities for every individual. Achieving this vision demands more than dialogue. It calls for decisive action. Let us commit ourselves to translating these aspirations into tangible outcomes. Technology, innovation, and capital must serve humanity, not just profit. As we mobilize these resources, let us commit to narrowing the gap between rich and poor, creating a world where dignity, health, and hope are universal rights. Above all, our efforts must remain steadfastly focused on serving both people and the planet. Friends, Nepal, the land of Mount Everest, the birthplace of Buddha, and the sacred home of ancient wisdom, teaches us real resilience, compassion, and unity. Let these values guide our deliberations. Let us send a powerful message to the world: no one should be left behind. As the challenges before us grow, we too there's the potential for solutions. I trust in your wisdom and leadership to address these pressing issues. Together we can build a more harmonious and prosperous world. Thank you, and I wish you a successful conference and a pleasant stay in Kathmandu. All the best. Okay, thank you.